Hello and welcome to Sudoku Pro. This is a 4-star puzzle from today's Hindu. Let's get started. Let's start with this block. You can see a 7-4 here, a 7-4 here and a 7-4 here. So this shows that this block should definitely have a 7-4. So let's fill that first. Here this 7 is blocking this column and this 7 is blocking the bottom row. So obviously this cell has to take 7. Now we know this 4 is blocking here and this 4 is blocking here. So this is the only cell where 4 can be. And now in this block only two numbers are missing. The missing numbers are 1 and 8. So since we do not have much clues, let's mark it as 1-8 pair as of now. Now if you analyze this row, you have this 2 here which blocks these 3 cells. So this is the only cell which can contain 2 in this row. And then the missing numbers in this entire row are, there are 4 numbers missing, 1, 5, 6 and 8. If you take this cell, you have 1, 5 and 8 blocking this cell. So this cell takes 6 and here we have 8 blocking. So this cell will take 1, 5. This cell has the potential to take these 3 numbers 1, 5, 8. So basically this row has a triplet 1, 8, 1, 5 and 1, 5, 8. This we call it as triplet. Now there is a 3 here which blocks this entire row. So this is the only cell in this block which can take 3. And now in this column you can see 4 and 9. This 4 and 9 blocks this column. So these two cells are left and so these two cells has to take 4 and 9. Now we have only one empty cell, but we have not, this block is not a full house. The meaning is we have not actually figured out the number in this cell. It could be 1, it could be 5 or it could be 8. So we cannot just find out the missing number very easily here. Now so I am trying to check the intersection of this row and this column. If you analyze this row and this column, you have 2 here. Actually 1 is missing. So let's write it. 1 is actually missing. You have 2 here, 3 is there, 4 is here, 5 is here, 6 is here, 7 is here. You have 8 is actually missing. So let's write 8 and then 9 is there. So this cell is actually missing 1, 8. So this again becomes 1, 8, 1, 5 and 1, 5, 8 triplet. So this is a triplet again. There is a 4 here. This blocks this bottom row, top row, sorry. And there is a 4 here which blocks these two cells. So in this block, this is the only cell where 4 can be. This 4 cancels out the 4 here. So this becomes 9 and this becomes 4. Now again, here this 4 blocks here and this 4 blocks here. So these two cells possibly take 4 and there is a 4 blocking from here. So this is the only cell where 4 can be. Now this 4 blocks here, this 4 blocks here, there is a 4 here. So these, and there is a 4 here also. So that blocks here. So that means this cell takes 4. Now the only missing number in this column is 2. So now let's find out the other 2s also around the puzzle. So there is a 2 here and a 2 here. So these two blocks, these two rows. So this cell takes 2. Now this 2 blocks here, and there is a 2 here which blocks here, and this 2 blocks here. So this cell takes 2. Now this 2 blocks here, this 2 blocks here, and there is a 2 here which blocks here. So this cell takes 2. So in this row, there are 4 empty cells. The missing numbers are 3, 5, 6 and 8. This cell cannot take 5, neither 6. So this cell cannot take 5 and 6. Similarly, if you take this cell, there is this 5 and 6 here. So this cell also cannot take 5 and 6. And we have only 2 cells remaining in this row. That means these 2 cells are capable of taking 5, 6 complementary pair. So that means automatically the other 2 empty cells will take 3, 8 pair. In this block, there are 4 missing numbers. The missing numbers are 1, 3, 8 and 9. So if you take this column, you have 3, 9 and 8 blocking here. So this cell takes 1, and here in this cell you can see 3 blocking here. There is 8 blocking here. So this cell takes 9, and here this cell can take 3, and this cell becomes 8. Now this 8 cancels out the 8 here. This becomes 1. So this becomes 8. Similarly, this 1 cancels out the 1 here. This becomes 5. This becomes 8, and this becomes 1. Now in this column, there is only one empty cell. Since this has a 5, 6, this also automatically takes the complementary pair 5, 6. And in this column, there is only one empty cell, and the missing number is 9. So this 8 cancels out the 8 here. This becomes 3. Now this 7 blocks here. So in this block, this is the only cell where 7 can be. Now in this entire row, there is only one empty cell, and the missing number is 6. In this row, the missing numbers are 7 and 8. This 7 blocks here. So this 7 cancels out, and this becomes 8, and this becomes 7. Let's try to fill this block. There is a 7 here which blocks this row. There is a 7 here which blocks this cell. So this cell takes 7. Now in this row, there are only 2 missing numbers. The missing numbers are 3 and 5. There is a 5 here. So this takes 3 and this takes 5. Now in this entire block, there is only one number missing, which is 3. So this becomes 3. Now you can see a 7, 8 here. This 7, 8 blocks this row. There is a 7, 8 here which blocks this row. There is a 7 here and 8 here. So this 7, 8 blocks this central column. So these 2 cells are the only cell in this entire block which can take 7, 8. This 7 cancels out the 7 here. So this becomes 8 and this becomes 7. You have a 2 here and a 2 here. This 2 blocks here, this 2 blocks here. So this is this only cell where 2 can be. There is a 9 here and a 9 here. This 9 blocks here, this 9 blocks here. So this cell takes 9. There is a 3 here, a 3 here, and a 3 here. This 3 blocks here, this 3 blocks here, and this 3 blocks here. So this cell takes 3. Now this row, there are only 3 missing numbers. Missing numbers are 1, 5 and 6. Now in this cell is blocked by 5 and 6. So this cell takes 1. Now leaves this row with only 2 missing, 2 empty cells. So they take 5, 6, 5, 6 pair. Now in this entire block, there's only one missing number. The missing number is 1. So in this row, the missing number is 6. And this entire block, the missing number is 1. Now in this row, there is only one empty cell. So this takes the complementary pair 5, 6. Now in this column, there are 2 empty cells. The missing numbers are 8 and 9. So in this cell is blocked by 8. So this cell takes 9 and this cell takes 8. Now in this row, the missing numbers are 6 and 9. 9 blocks this cell. So this cell takes 6 and this cell takes 9. Now let's crack all this 5, 6 pairs. This 6 cancels out the 6 here. This becomes 5. So this becomes 6. So this becomes 5 and this becomes 6. This becomes 5 and this becomes 6. Now in this row, the missing numbers are 1 and 5. There is a 5 here. So this is 1 and this is 5. And the puzzle is solved.